Welcome, welcome, welcome to a fresh start. How are you? I hope you had a joyful, restful, family engaging Memorial Day celebration, holiday. I just hope that you enjoyed yourself. I hope that your family and you connected even more. A lot of people have family reunions during this time. I think it's Memorial Day and Labor Day when people do their family reunions, and 4th of July. So when whatever time you had and how you spent it, I just pray that it was beautiful and that it's one to remember. As they say, it's one for the books. I'm Shauna Grace, and I come as a certified life coach to share perspectives concerning our life and how we live and what matters in terms of our fresh start. A fresh start happens 12:01 a.m. every day. And in life situations, a fresh start starts when different things happen, decisions we have to make, um, and boundaries we have to set. So we are here to enjoy. And as I said, every day is a fresh start. I hope you have your mug as I have mine, and that we get to spend this time together. Last week, I hope that what we talked about even helped this holiday to be even better for you. That you know, you thought about some things, you've been walking in your fresh start. And so when this weekend came up, you remembered your fresh start. You didn't allow your fresh start to leave. You kept it fresh the entire time. This week, I want to talk about our fresh start in terms of repetition. I've already prayed, prayers already been made, and I am a believer. I like to bring Daddy's perspectives, which is his word, to us. No, 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 no. This is not church. Okay, this is not service. Daddy's word, the holy writings, are not just for Sunday morning and Bible study. The holy writings are for our everyday living, so that that abundant life that we're supposed to live can really come forth. When we talk about repetition, we think about something over and over and over and over and over. And this week, we want to focus on continuous repetition. Why? Continuous repeating ourselves. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? You said it once, your behavior has proved you meant what you said. So, what is the repetitiveness about? Why do we keep engaging in repeating ourselves? I'll start with an example of parents, and you've heard me talk about this before, and that is you tell the child to stop. Child keeps right on going. You know they heard you. Because a lot of time they'll answer, if you come out at home like I did, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, depending on which parent is talking to you. Or you have a generation like we have now, okay, but they keep doing what they're doing. You say it again, they give the same answer and keep doing what they're doing. You say it again. Now, what's the purpose in that? Well, maybe they heard you the first time you said it. They heard you the first time you said it. What happened was, and I touched on this in a previous podcast, what happened was you have taught them over time that you're going to say it 10 times before you actually throw something across the room, or before you raise your voice and really get in their face that you said stop. So they know to answer you 9 times and keep doing what they're doing, but they know the 10th time when they say okay, they better be moving. Why does it take 10 times for you to let them know you mean what you say? Why? You said it one time. The second time you say it, they need to feel it. Many of you all that have been with me, either from the start or in and out, have heard me talk about my father. And my father was one, excuse me. My father was one that he said it, he tell you, I don't chew my, these were his exact words when I was a child. And I knew then, don't mess with that man. He said, I don't chew my backer. This is how he said it. I don't chew my backer and spit my juice but once. He said, if I spit it again, you're going to know I spit it because you're going to feel it. And what he was saying to me was, I'm going to tell you one time to stop or to quit or whatever the situation is. If I had to tell you past that one time, you're going to know I mean quit because I'm going to tear that behind up. Now, throw something at you, it doesn't make no difference. He was a World War II veteran. He didn't care. He ain't going to keep talking. When I raised my children, I kept that I stayed right in that same vein. My children know I'm going to say it one time. The second time, you better know. Because I don't have the energy to keep talking to you about the same thing. Even my students, they know when the bell ring and I shut that door, you can talk to the bell ring. But once I shut that door, you shut your mouth, period. And toward the end of the period, I give them time to talk and socialize. They already know. And they'll see me get quiet and I'll just sit there and somebody will look up because they don't hear me talking. And they'll say, okay, y'all, all right. She waiting for us to shut up. I had to open my mouth. They knew the look on my face and the way my posture was, shut up. I don't mean be quiet. I don't mean close your mouth. I mean shut up. Now, a lot of people don't like that terminology, but for our folk, that's what works. And I've been black all my life. Black folk don't understand be quiet and close your mouth. That's for other nationalities. Black folk, shut up. They got that. So my point is, when you have said no, no is a complete sentence. When you said no, why are you still talking? Why are you still talking? Your fresh start needs your energy for moving forward, for the positiveness, for the new horizon, for the new things. We talked about Isaiah 43 and 19. Behold, God was telling Isaiah, tell him, look, I'm doing something new. Can't you see it? No, you can't see it because you're still trying to talk to people who heard you the first time, but just want you to keep going because they don't want to comply. Now, let me help you with this repetitive thing. I've said it before and it bears repeating. People that don't want to do or don't want to comply, I don't want to respect you. You don't have to keep dealing with them. You said, well, suppose it's my family. You don't have to keep dealing with them. Now, there is a way to handle them once you see that they are not respecting you. Because when a person respects you, they respect your boundaries. When a person respects you, they respect who you are. When a person respects you, they take into consideration your feelings, how you carry yourself, your demeanor, your personality, and they either adjust or they move on. And it's okay either way, either way. You've got to be all right with whichever way it goes. You got to be all right with it. Because if you're not all right with it, then what happens is that you wind up making yourself miserable because they didn't stay, or they didn't honor you, they didn't value you. You hear what I'm saying? You have to understand that your energy, do you know repeating costs energy? It's exhausting to have to continue to repeat yourself over and over and over. Every time you get with that person, it's the same thing. You got to tell them the same thing every time you are together. Every time you are together. Every time you are together. You got to do it. You got to do it. So, what I want you to know this week, these 3 days, we're going to deal with stop the repeating, stop the repetitiveness. Stop. You made it clear. Now, that's the first thing you have to ask yourself. Did I make it clear? Did I make it clear when I said XYZ? Did I make it clear? Okay? That's what you have to understand. Did you make it clear? Did you make it clear? Because if you did not make it clear, excuse me, if you did not make it clear, then you have to make it clear that you said A, B, and C. Okay? You have to make it clear that you said A, B, and C, and that's what you mean. It's all right to say it the first time. You got to say it the first time, but you need to say it kindly but firmly so that they understand, okay, she's saying it kindly, but mother ain't playing. Or he's saying kindly, but, bro ain't playing. No. I said no, and that's that. That's what you have to do. Because if you don't, you will start the repetitiveness. Because when you said what you said, nobody felt that you meant it. When you can feel a person means something right there, the wall goes up. Okay, I can't mess with them in that area. That's not going to be good. You get where I'm coming from? Okay? So what I need for you to understand is that you're going to say it one time and you're going to observe behavior going forward once you've said it. Once you've said it, You're going to observe behavior. Okay? You're going to observe behavior. You're going to observe behavior. Well, what do you mean, Shauna Grace? Okay, the next time we go out, you know, I said I don't like X, Y, and Z. Matter of fact, case in point. I have a good friend, and there's some things that they were accustomed to because of, I guess, the company that or the people that they entertain. And they just couldn't understand XYZ. And I simply made this statement to them. I said, this is what it is. Okay? This is what it is. Now, because they were who they were, and y'all ever had a snag nail? Just keep worrying you. Because they were who they were, and the position that they held, at first they didn't pay. They heard me, but they didn't pay me any mind. Okay? And I kept noticing they kept doing what they were doing. And so I told them, I said, I'm not going to keep saying this. If this is what you want to do, I'm not the one. They realized she ain't playing. I'm not. I don't do that, and I don't allow it in my space. Now, you know, you make the decision of what you're going to do. They didn't say another word, but I noticed when we met again, things were different. I said, okay. Okay. We can deal. We can deal. Because what they said was, you mean enough to me. I value you as a person, that if that's not what you want in your space, I'm not bringing it. See, this is where you have to get to in your every relationship that you have. 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 Okay? Every relationship that you have. You have to get where they understand. I wasn't mean. I wasn't nasty. I was kind, but I was firm. If this is how you carry on, then you need to carry on. And they got the message. They got the message. And because they were true to what they said, okay, because they were true to what they said on their end, they made the adjustment. See, when people in your space value you with more than just their mouth, they make the adjustments. They make the adjustments. And this is what you have to understand. They make the adjustments. And either it's going to work or it's not going to work. They make the adjustments. Okay? So what I need for you to do, I need for you, if you have not, if you're just joining me for the first time, and you have not made adjustments, you keep repeating yourself, you keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and look like you're more exhausted when you leave who you spend time with. And I'm not talking about a significant other as all the time. I'm talking about anybody. That's family, BFFs, body of Christ. It doesn't matter. Co-workers, whoever you spend your time, a lot of your time with, check out how much energy you're putting out to keep repeating yourself when it's not necessary. Because here's the thing, a person knows who you are right out the gate. They know. And see, nobody has really taught us about this. They know. And that's something that we're going to deal with in June. People know. Okay? People know. People know. See, we've never been really taught that they knew, but people know. And we'll get into that next month. But for right now, I want you to understand. You got to cut this repetitiveness. But Shauna Grace, I don't know how to do that. If you want me to work with you so I can show you how, and you can really get this thing down as a skill so you can do it the rest of your life, you DM me and we'll talk further about what that's going to look like for me to mentor you in that area. Okay? So join me tomorrow morning, or join me tomorrow, whatever your time zone is, and we're going to talk further about you stopping this repetitiveness. Okay? Bye.